Have you ever wondered if your body is trying to tell you something subtle, almost imperceptible, but that could change your life forever? Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the signs were there all along, quietly whispering warnings that you didn't know to listen for. What if you could recognize those silent messages before it was too late? For men over 55, prostate cancer is a reality that too many overlook until it's advanced. It's often called the silent disease for a reason. It creeps in quietly, with symptoms so subtle they are easy to dismiss or confuse for the normal aches and changes of aging. But early detection can be the difference between a simple treatment and a life-changing diagnosis. Today, we're uncovering the 10 silent symptoms of prostate cancer you shouldn't ignore. If you care about your health, or the health of a loved one, stay with us. Your awareness could save a life. Let's start with a fact that might surprise you. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer at some point in their lifetime. Most cases develop after age 55, and the risk increases as you grow older. It's the second most common cancer among men worldwide. Yet, because the early symptoms are so quiet, so easy to overlook, many men don't get help until the disease is advanced. That's why it's so important to know what to watch for. So, what are these silent symptoms? Let's break them down, one by one, and explore what your body might be trying to tell you. First, let's talk about changes in urination. It might sound mundane, but it's a crucial clue. Have you noticed that you're waking up more often at night to urinate? Or maybe you feel the urge to go, but when you try, the flow is weak or slow. Some men find it's hard to start urinating, or that they can't completely empty their bladder. These subtle changes can be easily attributed to age or an enlarged prostate, but they can also be early signs of prostate cancer. Take John, a 62-year-old grandfather who enjoyed his retirement gardening and fishing. He noticed he was making more nighttime trips to the bathroom, but shrugged it off as just getting older. When his wife encouraged him to mention it at his next checkup, his doctor ran some routine tests and caught the cancer early, while it was still highly treatable. So, if you're finding yourself up at night more than usual, or struggling with urination, don't dismiss it. Your body could be waving a red flag. Second, pay attention to blood in your urine or semen. This symptom is less common, but when it happens, it's a clear signal that something is wrong. The blood may not always be obvious. It could be just a faint pink tinge. But no matter how slight, blood where it shouldn't be is always a reason to see your doctor. Consider Mark, a 58-year-old teacher who noticed a pinkish hue in his urine one morning. Embarrassed, he almost didn't mention it to his doctor, but his wife insisted. That conversation led to early cancer detection and treatment that gave him many more years with his family. Third, let's discuss erectile dysfunction. Many men experience changes in sexual function as they age, but persistent difficulties with erections can sometimes be linked to prostate cancer. The prostate gland plays a role in sexual health, and tumors can interfere with nerves and blood flow. It's a sensitive topic, but it's important to remember that you're not alone and that the issue could be more than just age or stress. If you've noticed a sudden or persistent change in your sexual health, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. Fourth, unexplained pain or stiffness in the lower back, hips, or thighs. Prostate cancer, especially as it advances, can spread to nearby bones and tissues. You might write off that backache as a pulled muscle or the result of a long day, but if the pain doesn't go away or seems to get worse, it's worth checking out. Think about Robert, a retired construction worker who loved hiking. He started experiencing nagging hip pain that wouldn't go away with rest or over-the-counter painkillers. A trip to the doctor revealed that the cancer had spread to his bones. If he'd recognized the symptoms sooner, his journey might have looked very different. Fifth, let's talk about unexplained weight loss. Losing weight without trying might sound like a good thing, but it can be a warning sign of many cancers, including prostate cancer. Cancer cells can change the way your body processes nutrients, leading to sudden drops in weight and muscle mass. Have you dropped a few pounds without changing your diet or exercise routine? Don't just chalk it up to luck. Unintentional weight loss is a symptom that deserves attention. Sixth, fatigue that doesn't go away. Everyone feels tired from time to time, especially as we age. But persistent, unrelenting fatigue, no matter how much you rest, can be a sign that something's wrong inside your body. Cancer can sap your energy by interfering with your body's ability to produce red blood cells, leading to anemia and exhaustion if you find yourself struggling to get through the day, taking naps you never needed before, or feeling wiped out after minor activities. It's time to listen to your body. Seventh, difficulty controlling urination. We've all heard jokes about getting older and losing control of your bladder, but it's no laughing matter if it happens to you. Leaking, dribbling, or not being able to hold it until you reach the bathroom could point to changes in your prostate. For example, Tom, a 67-year-old who prided himself on his independence, started experiencing minor leaks when laughing or coughing. At first, he was embarrassed and tried to hide it. Eventually, he sought medical advice and discovered early-stage prostate cancer. Timely treatment meant he could get back to enjoying life without anxiety. Eighth, pain or burning during urination or ejaculation. This symptom often gets misdiagnosed as a urinary tract infection or prostatitis, but it can also signal prostate cancer. If you experience pain that won't go away, especially if it isn't relieved by antibiotics, insist on further investigation. Let's not forget the ninth symptom, swelling in your legs or feet. As prostate cancer grows, it can block lymph nodes and blood vessels, leading to fluid buildup, especially in the lower extremities. If you notice swelling, tightness, or a feeling of heaviness in your legs or feet, it's important to find out why. Finally, our 10th symptom, constipation or changes in bowel habits. The prostate is located close to the rectum, and as it enlarges, or if a tumor develops, it can press against the bowel, causing constipation or other changes. If you notice persistent changes in how often you go, the consistency of your stool, or difficulty passing bowel movements, don't ignore it. Now, you might be thinking, many of these symptoms sound like normal parts of aging, or could be caused by other, less serious conditions. And you're absolutely right. That's what makes prostate cancer so tricky. The symptoms are subtle, and they overlap with many other health issues men face as they get older. But here's the key. If you notice any of these silent symptoms, especially if they're new, persistent, or getting worse, it's time to talk to your doctor. Don't wait. Don't brush it off. Early detection saves lives. Let's pause and ask, when was the last time you had a conversation with your doctor about your prostate health? If you're over 55, have a family history of prostate cancer, or are experiencing any of the symptoms we've discussed, it's time to take action. You might be wondering what happens next. If you bring up these symptoms with your doctor, they might suggest a digital rectal exam, a prostate-specific antigen, PSA, blood test, or even imaging studies. These tests are quick, routine, and could offer peace of mind, or catch a problem early when it's most treatable. Remember, prostate cancer caught in its earliest stages has a survival rate of over 99%. That's a statistic worth paying attention to. Let's review the 10 silent symptoms one more time. 1. Changes in urination, frequency, urgency, weak flow, or difficulty starting and stopping. 2. Blood in urine or semen, even just a faint pink tinge. 3. Erectile dysfunction, persistent problems with sexual function. 4. Unexplained pain or stiffness in the lower back, hips, or thighs. 5. Unintentional weight loss, losing weight without trying. 6. Persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. 7. Difficulty controlling urination, leaking, dribbling, or urgency. 8. Pain or burning during urination or ejaculation. 9. Swelling in the legs or feet, unexplained fluid buildup. 10. Constipation or changes in bowel habits, persistent and unexplained. Each of these symptoms by itself might not mean cancer, but together, or if they persist, they are your body's way of asking for help. So, what should you do now? First, take stock of your health. Have you noticed any of these symptoms? If you have, make a note and be ready to share them with your healthcare provider. If you haven't, that's great, but don't let your guard down. Schedule regular checkups, and don't be afraid to ask questions about prostate health. Second, talk to the men in your life, your father, brothers, friends, or anyone over 55. Share this knowledge. You never know whose life you might save by starting the conversation. Third, remember that you're not alone. Prostate cancer is common, but so is survival, especially when caught early. There's no shame in speaking up, seeking help, and taking control of your health. Before we wrap up, here's a challenge for you. If you found this information valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe for more health insights tailored to men over 55. Leave a comment below. Have you or someone you know experienced any of these symptoms? Let's create a community where men can talk about their health openly and honestly. And most importantly, share this video with your loved ones. You never know whose life you might touch. Your health is your greatest asset. Don't let silence put it at risk. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay healthy.